As we celebrate Women's History Month, we want to bring you one woman's remarkable story from Eastern North Carolina. This is 109-year-old Cassie Mae Smith of Battleboro.
And just weeks ago, she cast her ballot in the primary election and soon after made her way to Washington, D.C. to spend an evening with lawmakers you're seeing right here and President Joe Biden himself for the State of the Union address. WRAL's Heidi Kirk sat down with Smith and her family to talk about why voting is so critical to her.
Even at 109 years old, Cassie Mae Smith is still having new experiences.
Mr. Davis called me on the phone and he told Mama he wanted to extend an invitation to her to come to the State of the Union address to be his guest.
It was her trip to the polls to vote in this year's primary election that led to an invite from Congressman Don Davis to Washington, D.C. It was Smith's first time on a plane and, of course, meeting the President of the United States alongside her son.
It was amazing to see these people that you see on television, but to see them in person is a life experience.
Frank Smith describes his mom as an advocate for voting rights his whole life.
She always voted, and she exercised her right to vote. And she always, when we got old enough to vote, she always made sure that we voted.
The 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote in 1920, when Smith was just 6 years old. It's a right she never took for granted.
I believe.
Though it's gotten harder for her to make it to the polls, her family made sure she got there. She was one of the first to cast her ballot on day one of the primaries.
And we made sure she got there because she asked her. Because we told her, do you want to go vote? She said, yeah, right slow like she normally do.
Her commitment has inspired others beyond the Smith family. Heidi Kirk, WRAL News, Battleboro.
Now, if she can, Smith also plans to cast her ballot in this year's general election in November. Just remarkable. It'll be 1 month after her 110th birthday.